Greetings, it is Max So Diddly here, and today I'm here for another Java tutorial to help you get that A in your coursework, and today we're here with validating the credit card number. So, VoiceOver Pete has asked you for your credit card details, so he can get the epic victory royale, and you want to give him fake details so he doesn't spend all your money on a cool looking sword. Well, I'm here to help you. So you can validate any fake number you come up with and check if it is a proper credit card number, so VoiceOver Pete won't suspect anything until he enters the details when trying to buy a cool looking sword. And I'm here to help you do that. So we have got a string input, and this is going to store the number we want to validate. I've got a few numbers here which we can use. They are valid, but they don't exist as credit card numbers. Also, to actually use a credit card you need more than just the number. Then we got some print code that basically prints true or false, depends on if the card is valid or invalid. I have then created a template or a boilerplate for the boolean method that we're going to be using. It's a private static boolean and it's called validate credit card number, and it takes in an input, and that input is a string and we call it input. So let's get into what we're doing. So I decided this year to lay out my videos a little differently. Well, I'm going to also be adding comments to my code to help you guys get into good commenting practices, but also just a bit of pseudocode so you kind of know what I'm doing. So what we're firstly going to do is we're going to convert the input, which is a string, to an integer. Then, starting from the right of the array, or the integer array, we are going to double each other digit. So basically going to double a digit, then skip a digit, double a digit, then skip a digit, and do that. If this digit becomes greater than 9, we're going to mod it by 10 and then add 1 to the remainder. Then we're going to add up every digit in the array. After that, we're going to check if the sum of all the digits is a multiple of 10. If it's a multiple of 10, that means it's valid. If it's not a multiple of 10, that means it's invalid. So let's get right into how we go about doing this. So the first thing we actually want to do is we just want to create a new array, an integer array, to store every value from our string input. Now, the reason why we can't do a normal array, the reason why I can't do a normal integer is if the credit card number started with a 0, the 0 would get erased, but it's also easier to interact with different digits of this number, this credit card number, if it's in an array as opposed to just one integer. So we're going to do it as an int array. After that, we need to actually add all the values from this string into the array. So what we do is we have a simple for loop. For int I equals 0, I less than input.length, and I plus plus. Input is the string here. So basically, we're going to be passing in every single number or digit from this input string into the credit card array, using integer.parseInt, input.substring, I and I plus 1. So we have the integer array with every digit for our credit card. And now what we need to do is we kind of need to double each other digit, and then if it's greater than 9, mod it by 10, then add 1 to whatever's left. So we have a for loop. And this for loop's a bit different here. So basically, we're going to be traversing through the array backwards. What do I mean by that? So int I is not going to be equal to 0. It's actually going to be equal to credit card int length minus 2. So minus 1 would make sense if we want it to be the last element of the array. However, we want a minus 2 as we want to skip out the final element of the credit card number, or the final digit. In this case, it would be 7. We want to leave that out. We don't want to work with that for the doubling of these numbers because we don't actually interact with that digit. So that's why you have minus 2. I is greater than or equal to 0. Instead of it being less than or equal to, it's going to be I is greater than or equal to 0 because we are traversing through the array the opposite way from you normally would. We're doing right to left, not left to right. And then we're going to do I equals I minus 2. And the reason why we're doing that is because we want to skip every other digit in this when we actually do the multiplication and the modding. So we actually just want to skip every other element, so we can just increment I or de-increment I by 2 as opposed to by 1. So we just keep jumping a bunch of elements. So we have int temp value, and int temp value is basically just going to be a place where you can store the current digit of the credit card you want to work with. Then we've got temp value equals temp value times by 2. Basically, we're going to be doubling it. Then after we doubled it, if temp value is greater than 9, we're going to mod temp value by 10 and then add 1 to whatever the remainder is. This will make sure that the digit is below 9, because we can't have a digit above 10. No, above 9. That would be crazy, and that would not work, especially with a credit card. And then we do credit card int I equals temp value. So we just basically set the current digit of the credit card we're looking at to be what temp value now is. And that's all good, and we basically do that for every other element of the array. Now, we want to add up all of the digits. So first we do int total equals 0. Why? Well, we need to set the total to 0 for our whole addition of the credit card. And here we're just going to simply do another for loop. This for loop is just going to add each element of the array together. So we just get one big number, which is part of the validation of a credit card process. Once we have added everything up in the array, we then do a mod check. So we get the total, which we got here. This is the total of all elements in the credit card number, and we mod it by 10. This is a way for us to check if this number is a multiple of 10. If it's a multiple of 10, it's going to return with 0, as there'll be no remainder left. There'll be no numbers left over after we divide by 10. So we do total mod 10, and if it's equal to 0, then return true. It's a valid credit card number. It passed a check. Otherwise, if it returns anything that isn't a 0, implying that this total number isn't a multiple of 10, we return false, because it's clearly an invalid credit card number. And that's basically all we have to do. So I'm going to click play. As you can see, this number did return true. I've got a couple other numbers to test this out on just to show you. As you can see, it returns true. As you can see, it returns true again. Now let's just shove in some digits, random digits at the end, and look, it returns false. It's not a valid credit card number. Anyway guys, thanks for being a great audience. Be sure to leave a like in the comments if you enjoyed. Leave a request in the comments as well if you have a request for a tutorial. I will be making more, guys. Don't worry, I took a break, but I'm back. And I've got many tutorials to come to help you get that A in your exam or coursework. And be sure to subscribe if you're interested in more Java tutorials or other programming tutorials. Thanks for being a great audience. I'll see you next time.